This is Crew Talk, the podcast of Bombers CrossFit, where we build healthy humans. Here we talk about strength, discipline, mindset, community, real training, real nutrition, real results. If you're ready to level up inside and outside the gym, you're in the right place. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of Crew Talk, the official podcast for Bombers CrossFit, where we build healthy humans. And today we're sitting down to talk with the Buff 11 champions in the RX division, Tim Allen, Abby Allen, and Jill Sarihan. So when the competition started, they might not have been on many people's short list to win, but after 4 brutal events designed by Coach Ryan and Coach Trent to test strength, endurance, teamwork, and grit, they ended up standing on the top of the podium. So today we're talking about what happened, the moments that changed everything, and why having 3 athletes who trust each other can overcome the odds. So let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on Crew Talk. If you could just introduce yourselves and let us know how long you've been coming to Bombers. We'll start with Jill.
Hi, I am Jill. I have been coming to Bombers since February. Okay,
Great.
so about 5 months.
I'm Abby. I have been coming to Bombers. We started 12 years ago here at Bombers. Took a small break, but then we started back in full capacity about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm Tim, and I have also been in and out of Bombers for the past 12 years.
All right, great. So let me ask you, has it sunk in yet that you won? You're the RX division champions for Buff 11. Has it kind of like hit you yet, or are there all the accolades? I mean,
Yeah.
people stop asking for autographs and selfies and things like that, you know?
Yes. Everyone has finally chilled out on that front. But yeah, I think it's been fun. It's fun to know that we had that capacity. So
Yeah. So what was your reaction did you know before they announced your name that you guys, did you think it was close, or did you think that you had it, or?
I think we thought we were getting second or third. I had no idea. When
Okay.
they said
Yeah.
us for first, I was like, what?
personally, I thought we were at the highest third.
Okay,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We never talked to Trent or Ryan at all. I had no idea of our standings whatsoever. So yeah, when they started going through, it was honestly I think we were going to be middle of the pack is
Yeah.
what I expected.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to tell because you know the first event, everybody's going head to head, so you know who won that.
Yeah.
Okay. But then beyond that, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
Right.
especially with the hopper, you just have no idea where you fall with the amount of moving around in teams and different events.
Yeah, because you're not lifting head to head with everybody else, so you don't really know what the other team's lifted.
Yeah.
You know.
We do know that we went, right next to the team that I'm pretty sure won the lifting event. And we were lifting half of their weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but each of the 4 events of the hopper, each one is like a quarter of a point, really.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you want to win, but I mean, it's the overall thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you think, Bart, before you went into it, did you think you had a realistic shot to win?
Me personally, no, because I almost I wanted to actually go scaled. I didn't think I was capable of doing what I pulled off, I guess.
Yeah.
So personally, no, I'm glad I had 2 great partners on the team, but yeah.
Because now this is your first CrossFit competition, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never done that much volume and intensity ever. And you guys all saw me after event 3. I almost was I don't know if I can do event 4, but luckily we were the 3rd heat and we had almost an hour rest probably, and
Yeah.
we did it. We finished.
When we were going around, I was interviewing teams after events and such, and I came to catch you guys, and I just talked to Tim and Abby because they said, I think Jill's over there seeing Jesus or something. So,
Yeah.
And I looked over,
felt
you were
ill.
laying down, and I was like, yeah.
I was having flu-like symptoms.
She's I can't do this right now.
It was the thrusters. They got me.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That thrusters and bike, I mean, man, you knew that was going to be rough. I mean,
Yeah.
but even so, you know, my favorite was Kaylee. She finished her third time through and laid down on the ground and just didn't move. I mean, just stayed there.
Yeah, but I'll give her credit though. She moved through that thing so well.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't tell she was tired, honestly.
Yeah. So now, and I say that, did you think going in, now you guys have done a lot of competitions, so, right?
We have.
We've done a lot of the Brody comps over at CrossFit
Okay.
Access.
We did,
Right.
we've done some of those. We did some in-house competitions, and we've even done one that was like 10 people down in Cincinnati. I forget, like CrossFit Covenant, maybe
NKY.
NKY.
CrossFit, I think.
And so like we've done all different kinds. I think the only thing her and I haven't never done is individual events.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what I would say. Of the many that we've done, though, is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
This year.
And you guys did the buff last year, right?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
but so going into this, we all know that there was some chatter on Slack and some people were doing like some racking and stacking, and you guys didn't rack all the way at the top.
No, I think we were again middle of the line, which is why we
Yeah.
thought like. I mean, not that AI knows all of our, our strengths and
Honestly,
weaknesses,
though, like
but
reading those, like gave me a little bit of confidence, though, because it was like hyping us up a little bit, and I was like, okay, AI thinks I'm cool.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing about CrossFit is that you're always going to have someone who's faster, someone who's stronger, but that really doesn't matter. It's the person who's good across the range. And I think that Ryan and Trent did a really good job this year of kind of mixing that up so that it was pretty evenly, it was a good test across the board, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you guys are one of those teams that's kind of like good to do heavy things, fast things, you know, gymnastic-y things, all of those kinds of, you know.
Yeah. I was. That's why I was kind of glad to see that like some weightlifting got pulled in the hopper. Because I do think that if anything, at least because I know Abby's lifting, I know my lifting. I haven't seen Jill lift as much or ever, but I'm good for like RX weights generally, but like when it really gets to heavyweight, it's not really my skill set.
Yeah.
And so like I was looking at the different workouts and I was like, well, there isn't a lot of weight in here. And so it was nice to see it get a little bit more balanced out with something like the kettlebell hold. Which is really not my wheelhouse, or the 7-rep back squat, which is not in my wheelhouse, just so that like you can feel like you're being adequately tested across all domains.
yeah.
So now you guys did put some thought into who was doing what, how you were going to break things down, kind of how you were going to approach the workouts. What was your overall strategy going into the buff?
Oh, I think it varied event by event. Like
Okay.
it really was. Well, Tim and I, first of all, are very strategic all the time because we just like to talk about workouts. We like to like break them down and see like how we can
It's part of the
improve
fun,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
So we were already starting to like be like, well, how can we make this better? What should Jill do? What should we do? So I think we had just, like I said, it varied event to event, but we had already started talking about like who was going to take what and in what capacity. Maybe like, I don't know, 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Once we kind of partnered up with Jill, that's when
First
we really...
thing I said, I can't do double unders, so I said I'll do wall walks.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how we started, like dividing things was like, what are the things that you know that you're not good at?
Yeah.
And what do I know I'm not good at? What do you know you're not good at? And how can we fill in those gaps? So.
Yeah, that's really the smart way to do it, you know. I mean, try to take your strength and apply it in places where it needs to be, you know. But so did each of you expect to have kind of a different role on the team, or?
Yes, kind of. Again, we didn't know like how you were as far as like weightlifting went for
Right.
Jill.
Yeah.
I know that Tim and I are better at like, again, those cardio gymnastics movements than we are. I mean, I can pull, no pun intended, pull my weight on like a weightlifting movement if I need to, but like I generally don't lift super heavy. So I think that like for the first event, I was going to plan on taking the squat cleans because I knew I could do that. Jill said up front, like, I just don't want to do that. But like, I know that I'm not good at wall walks are just my kryptonite. So I knew that I was going to rely on them for that.
Yeah. Yeah. And how did you guys break up the wall walks? Did you do all the wall walks or pretty much? Or?
You jumped in at the end with a couple.
I jumped in like for 1 or 2 per 60
we did,
or however many we had to do.
3 and 3. So how many wall walks? 30 at a time. So.
3, we just broke them up in sets of 3.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I really think that set the tone for the entire event. She's a 7:30 a.m.er. We're like either 6 a.m. or 4:30. And so I hadn't necessarily seen Jill move. And for me, it's like she said, hey, I'm good at wall walks. And, even I think I'm good at wall walks. And I couldn't believe how quickly that workout with the actual lines in the floor and the actual standards being applied to you really changed how they felt. And so I think, first of all, I did fall apart a little bit on the wall walks.
For like 1 rep.
And she jumped in and she helped finishing them up, but she attacked them just so proficiently and with like a lot of confidence. And that definitely immediately boosted my confidence in that workout and just moving forward.
Yeah. That's great when you're in kind of a tough spot and you have a teammate kind of come up for you, That really kind of helps lift your spirits.
It was like he was on rep 29 of like the last wall walks, and he's just laying there. I said, "Get up! I got the last one," and he just moves out of the way. It's like
I was like, "You do," because I don't have this.
That's the thing about wall walks is when they go. I mean, when you're not ready, you're not ready.
Yeah.
I mean, and your brain just tells you, no, you're not putting your body on top of me, at this moment, because we're not ready for that, So, there's, because there's, we used to have the old mats that had those little ridges in them and stuff. And the thing that used to freak me out on doing wall walks is when you're walking back and like your finger would bend just a little bit and start to bend, fold under on those, it would hang up on one of those ridges. That's the freakiest feeling because you feel your feet kind of come a little bit off the wall and it's like, I'm going to flop.
Yeah, you just crumble.
Yeah, I have zero grace. I know it would be like complete flop over. But what events were you guys nervous about going into it?
3.
Yeah, I think collectively.
Yeah. I was nervous for 3 and it was worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some teams that I talked to, and I said, "Are you worried about event 3?" And they're like, "No, I don't think I need that." I'm like, I said, "Have you ever done anything like that?" No, don't answer that question. You haven't, okay? Because if you had, you would be afraid of this one, okay?
To be honest, I was a little bit worried about event 4 as well, just because I knew that after 3 events, going into like the way that we had split it up, I still was not confident, and like I was going to do the pull-ups, and my pull-ups are fine. They're not awesome.
Yeah.
And so I just wasn't completely sure that I was going to be able to pull through on that, at least pull my weight. So that's how I was feeling.
That was the middle one, right?
Yeah.
That was the pull-ups and
kettlebell snatch.
Yeah. I saw that workout really slowed a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was a reverse count too, wasn't it?
Yes.
So it was an ascending reps game. Because I saw people get into like the 3rd time through on that or the last time, and it was really standing them up,
Yeah.
And Charlie almost had to eject her from the competition.
The problem was that I had practiced at 5, 10, 15, 20. And so then when he said, no, you have one more rep on the set of 6, because now it was 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 or something.
Yeah.
I said, I absolutely don't have one more rep. And he said, yes, you do. And I was like, when did it get changed?
Yeah.
Which was good, actually, because it ended up being less reps at a time as it went up. I mean, I think overall it might have been more, but yeah, that was, I had to apologize to him later.
She gets feisty. At events.
Yeah.
And you did the last one with the rope climbs, right?
Right.
Had you ever done that many rope climbs before? Or?
Yeah, I think we had a WOD like maybe a few weeks ago that like maybe it might have been like 5, 4, 3, 2 or something like it was like something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did all of the rope climbs there. Definitely not under that much fatigue, but like we were heat 3, and like we were kind of bummed about that because we were like, oh, we gotta wait, like we're getting cold. But I actually kind of liked like having that rest, and then like also getting to see the other people, and like I feel like you guys let you guys time yourselves out really well. Like you two finished really quickly for the first 2, and like I think one of the judges was like, you guys are already on to the third one, and we're like, yeah. And so like I saw that I had all this like time to do it, and I'm like, okay, heck yeah. But at first I thought they were double dumbbells press.
Right.
And so that's what I was like kind of training with, and I was really struggling with them, 35 pounds. And we almost actually switched our events because I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah. We were practicing in the back, and thankfully Jeremiah was like, no, I'm pretty sure they changed it to 1, and we were like,
which was amazing because another dumbbell would have.
It was heavy.
It does make a difference, yeah. That was one that they did originally right as 2, and then they tested it and came back and said, nah, it should be 1.
It was hard.
Yeah.
For sure.
So.
But the rope climbs were fun. Yeah. I enjoyed them.
I love rope climbs.
Yeah.
So what, for each of the event, what do you think was the biggest challenge? So like the first one, well, we've already talked about the wall walks. That was really, what about the row? How did that break down?
I think I saw Jesus on that row.
Oh, really?
Actually, more than event 3. That's true. Because like I don't row enough to like know like pacing or anything, so I'm just like, how many meters? 850 meters is what the girls did, and so I'm like, I don't really know. Like I'm just gonna go, and then I'm like probably like 500 meters in, and I'm like, oh man, like double vision, and so the row did definitely get me pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, we also were surprised by how other people had broken it up. Like everyone that we talked to afterwards had said we split it up by like 500s or 600s, and they were switching, and we had just decided that she was going to do 850, then Tim was going to do 1,000, then I was going to do 850. So there was no switching. We each did our allotted amount.
I think I figured the rest that we would get would be more beneficial than in like the extended rest, than the time we might lose from slowing our pace to be able to do that extended effort. From her standpoint, Jill didn't have to do the double unders, and so she was first in a row.
I had a lot of rest.
Yeah.
And then I do know that, like, because you started pulling, and she was pulling at like 143.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if she can sustain this, but I'm not gonna coach her through this.
Yeah. No. FYI. No, you're not. No,
it was like really intense. And yeah, she died on a rower, but she got to roll off, and then I went for 1,000. She went for 850,
and then we went
to the double unders again. So by the time she had to work again, she was able to get back on the wall walks. It gave her ample time to recover.
Yeah.
And I think, if we were to do it again, we would still break it up that way.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I know Abby doesn't know what pace she rode at because she would never looked at your screen. You're always looking at everybody else's screen. I could see you like sneaking looks over at the other people's screens to see where they were at.
Just wanted to see where I was in the pack.
Yeah, the rower, that's something that it takes a lot out of you. We had a guy a few years ago that did a head-to-head competition. It was in the open where it was rowing for calories and thrusters. And so he was going head-to-head, and so we're telling him beforehand, hey, look, you got to do 27 calories on the rower. Don't go too hot, just pace yourself because you got to go to the barbell. And he just went full ham for 27 calories. Got off the rower, did one thruster, dropped the bar, looked at us like he was gonna die, and he's like, "Yeah, this is not gonna go well, man." Because there's a lot of this workout left.
Yes.
Yeah. So you went into this. You didn't really know each other. How did you build any chemistry?
Well, first of all, Tim and I had decided we were gonna judge, and then we were like, "No, let's just do it. Let's it'll be fun." But we did not ever. By the time we had decided to do it, everyone had already partnered up. So we were trying to find someone, and she had written her name up there, RX or scaled, and we were like, she can do it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I messaged her on every single social media platform and said, "Can you please be our partner?" And finally, she was like, "Yeah, sure." So and then after that, it was like we chatted on Instagram a couple of times to get
They chatted, and so for me and Jill, it was like, "Hi, I'm Tim."
Like I'll be your partner today.
Oh, hi, I'm Jill.
Yeah, and then it was just like we just chatted throughout the day, and
No, it was
told each
great
other
though.
what
I
to
feel like
do.
we were a great team.
Yeah.
And like we could run it back next year.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it only takes one workout in CrossFit to like bring people together.
That's true.
Right. That's absolutely right. Yeah. 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 Instant best friends, you know? So the communication kind of came naturally. How did you encourage each other? Okay. So, you know, are you the motivator kind, or was there more like, you know, were you like beating the person over the head or something? I was gonna tell about a particular teammate, but I don't want to embarrass anybody. So, but there was one teammate who said his teammate was like, "Man, he's killing me. He's yelling at me," you know. So how did you do? How did you motivate each other?
Gosh, I mean, we were pretty consistent. You know, I could tell like in the first workout on the row, they, you know, on the row only. Like that was like the only area where I think that for you were having a hard time, and I think I just said to you like, hey, once you're done with this, you're done for a long time. Like you just keep going, like just don't stop, and you kept going, which was great. But other than that, like, I think we were pretty good together, right? Like just.
I feel like you guys kept like just telling me to have fun because I was like nervous. You guys are obviously like seasoned competitors, and I'm like, guys, I don't want to like bring you down. And you're like, we're here to have fun, do your best. And so that was like very like encouraging to me. Like, it won't be the end of the world if I can't do something. Like when I was like doing the thrusters, I'm looking at Abby like, and she's like, you're fine, just go at your pace, we'll get it. So there was no yelling, so that was good.
It's very easy to make yourself miserable on things like that. So it's good if you keep kind of that fun attitude and go into it like that. That's I think is really an encouraging way to go through it. So. Where was there any one event when you thought to yourselves, you know, we're holding our own. I mean, we're hanging in this. I think maybe we're going to be near the top.
I think once we got through event 3, I was feeling a lot better. You know, event 3 made me nervous in general because you can like fall apart on a workout like that. And once you fall apart, there's like, not to bring David up, and like he did finish, he did his job. Right? like I was watching him, and I was like, that could be me. It's gonna be me.
To be fair, he would just tell you that straight up. So like,
just like
he
went to the dark place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He did. He went outside, and he was like, his body was shaking, and
I looked out there at one point, and his kids are like funneling ice into his mouth.
So what heat were you guys in? Were you in a second heat on that one? So there were like 2 RX and 2 scaled teams? Is that Did you win the heat? Did you beat the other teams?
The actual event winners were right next to us. That was Phil and Bob's and Luke's teams. And they crushed that workout, and they looked really comfortable too doing it. And that was hard a little bit mentally to say how good they were.
That's kind of a wheelhouse workout for those guys. So
that's like lightweight for them. So
it's a lightweight thruster, and the bike's not a big deal. You know, 15 calories, not a big problem. You know. So
I mean, we also had a couple of the scaled teams, and Kayla and Allison and Cassie were also in that one. And I just kept looking over, and Kayla just looked smooth the whole time on those thrusters. It didn't look like it was bothering her whatsoever.
Well, they were the winners of the scaled division.
Yeah, exactly.
So
so that was kind of motivating as well.
It's definitely where I came the most undone. That one was the last round was a struggle. I think we could have strategized that one a little bit better. Is what I determined. Like I went first.
Okay.
And it's like a very small change, but you know they were doing 9 calories versus I was doing 15. And I think the added pressure of Abby being able to get through her 3rd round and handing things off to me and being like, all right, you know, you've got just a couple minutes to get this done. It would have changed just like how deep I was willing to go into the
you mean if I had gone first?
If you had gone first, because I think we knew that you were not going to get. You were not going to get to 3 rounds, and we knew that because we tested this workout beforehand, and in our testing we couldn't get to 9 rounds. And so we knew that the last person going would only do 2 rounds, and Jill said, "Please make that me." But I went first because I did not want to watch Abby do it. But in the end, I think her going first might have potentially put us in a better positioning for that workout. But overall, still pretty happy with her performance.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's little baby steps either way, you know, because that's just a tough workout, you know. And it just depends on where you're at, because it's a third thing that you're doing that day, you know. So again, the batteries aren't at 100% anymore. You're starting off at 60%, you know, and that tank runs dry quick.
Yep.
So what did competing in the buff teach you about yourself? Did you learn anything about yourself, or?
I can do more than I think I'm capable of.
Yeah.
I was like, kind of thought after event 3, like, man, like, I don't know if I can do event 4, but I don't quit. Like, I'm like, I can do it. Like, but I'm like, but I stuck with it. I was really glad that we finished even event 4. I didn't want a time cap either. So I'm like, I was hurting on the rope climb. So I'm like, I'm getting up there. So finished that. And I just like, I feel like I can do more things than I think, I guess, like mentally. And I want to do more CrossFit competitions. I'm like, let's do one, Abby.
So, but I mean, going into it, so you were like RX or scaled.
Yeah.
Now you recognize you're really, RX is where you really belong.
Ish, yeah.
As long as it's not
learn
double
nothing.
workers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think at least for me, I felt like my performance was much better than I anticipated. I think coming back, it's been, I don't think we've like hit CrossFit quite as hard because we've been doing some marathon training in the last year. And so we haven't hit CrossFit quite as hard as we had maybe pre-kids. And so I think for me coming back and being able to like have a performance like that felt really good, knowing that like I still have some of that stuff in my wheelhouse even after, you know, having 2 kids and taking time off and doing running and whatever. So that so I felt really good about that. So what about you?
You know, I tore my shoulder last year. I didn't even realize that we did the buff, but I had torn it before the buff.
Okay.
And then I went in and we did that competition, but we did scaled because I was like, this isn't working quite right. I don't know what's going on. And eventually I got it treated and I went through physical therapy, but I think there was definitely, you know, times within like the winter season and me just doing the marathon training where I felt like maybe I won't do as much CrossFit, but I did miss it. And so being able to come back after getting treatment, after doing like the physical therapy that was, you know, given to me, resting it, and then trying to approach CrossFit with a little bit more intentionality, and then being able to see like my fitness actually improve across, you know, all the different domains, and then compete and test that fitness, kind of helped me learn that like injuries, they can be setbacks, but you know, your body will heal. You gotta be patient with it. And I love CrossFit, so I don't want to ever stop doing CrossFit, but I definitely just need to remember that, you know, injuries, you know, they're temporary if you put in the work. And so I was very happy with that.
That's a great message for people, especially when you're in the discouraging point of like dealing with nagging injuries and things, you know, and trying to work your way back from it. So that's a good thing to know, that hey, you could come back and win the buff again, you know. What do you think? What is your advice to people who are hesitant to compete because they think that they're just not good enough to do it?
It's so much fun, number one, even though it's miserable. And whether or not you do scaled or RX, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. I also think like, especially for an event like the buff, it's such a community event that like, I don't care if we get last. I just enjoy like working out with my friends. Like I'm not competing against anyone. It's not like we're competing against people from different gyms. Like I know everyone that comes there. And so it's like nice to be able to cheer each other on. And like, again, if we get last, like so be it. But like, at least we had a good day of, I think what you and I kept saying to each other going into it was like, we just want to have a good day of fitness is really what it comes down to. Hang out with our friends, have a good day of fitness. If we win or lose, it doesn't matter. But like, that's really why we're doing it.
And Jill?
I would say just get out there and do it, because you're capable of so much more than you think, really. You know, once competition day comes, you're just gonna like blow yourself out of the water, like mind blown, like, oh my gosh, I just did that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think I could do half that stuff out there, and I did it.
Right.
So.
So do you think you guys might defend your title next year? I mean, Buff 12 coming along, maybe if it's teams of 3 again?
I would like to see it. I would like to see it be more than teams of 2. I think that there was more camaraderie between having 3 people. You know, could they go to 4? Maybe, but you know, Abby and I did compete in the scale division on the teams of 2, and that was fun. But I really enjoyed the teams of 3.
Yeah.
So
3, yeah.
it would depend on like how they configure next year's buff and you
Yeah.
know what kind of choices you guys make about that. As far as going again, I will do it again.
Yeah.
And I might be open to being able to partner up with new people as we like continue to meet people and make new friends. You know,
Yeah.
I think just
Same.
getting to know people, getting to know Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we had a whole day of suffering together.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily restrict that to, you know, I already told Abby like maybe I won't do it with her next year. Do it with some other people, but yeah, for sure we would do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe an all-women's team next year.
Yeah. So I guess individually, will we try to defend our titles? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will beat you.
Yeah.
What's next for you guys? You know, either inside or outside the gym. You said, are you both running the Air Force Marathon? Is that what you've been training for? Or?
We're really enjoying CrossFit right now. I think our interest in marathon training has fallen off quite a bit, and then we're just more about like getting back in here
Yeah.
and spending more time in like classes and kind of like hanging out with people within this community.
I think that like we were supposed to run the Flying Pig in April or May, early May, but both of us actually ended up dealing with an injury, so then that was off the table. But that being said, I think from marathon training we learned that it just, at least for me, it was too solo. Like I needed the community. So I think, like he said, I think we're just enjoying being back, like doing CrossFit with people instead of doing that solo running journey. It's a grind.
Huge grind.
Yeah, especially with having kids, like the time commitment and stuff. So
Right.
I
And
think,
the time for training.
Yeah.
There's so much time you got to put in.
Yeah. So I don't mind to do like 2-a-days here because like even that is like less time sometimes than running 17, 18 miles. But
Jill, what about you? What's up next for you?
Well, I just enlisted in the Air National Guard.
Yeah, so congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm gonna like try and I've been like running more, brush up on like the PT standards because I think there's like a 2-mile run. I really want to get like 100% on it. Like I know I passed the PT test already, but I want to like excel in it. So definitely like more like calisthenics, like brush up on like my push-ups, that type of thing. And then I think they do like sit-ups and things like that. So just doing some PT.
Do you have a date when you're going to basic training? Or?
Not yet.
Okay.
Probably not until early next year.
Okay.
So, which I'm glad about because I don't want to be in Texas right now in the summer.
No, it's pretty hot.
So hopefully when it's maybe a little bit cooler. But I have some time left at Bombers.
All right. Hey, so some quick questions. What was your favorite buff event of all the things? Maybe the hopper or whatever. What was your favorite thing?
I think mine was the first event.
Okay.
Yeah.
The B1. Yeah.
Yeah, what about you two?
I liked event 4. I thought the 1-mile run prior to doing the third one in it wasn't bad at all. Like it was nice and chill. I thought that run was gonna like kind of take me out a little bit, but we timed it out really well, and I had a blast with the rope climbs, and the devil's presses weren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be. I liked 4.
I liked 4 as well. I thought that one was really good.
All right. Least favorite movement from the entire weekend?
Let's see. What were the hopper was the GHD sit-ups, the back squat, I'm trying to go through them just to remember.
The kettlebell hold in a row.
Oh, kettlebell hold by far.
The double
Yes,
kettlebell
I would
hold?
rather do the thrusters and the bike again before I would do that.
Yeah, time moves so much slower on those. Like it's like only a minute's passed.
People kept coming out and being like, "Oh, I held it for 6 minutes," and I was like, "In what world are you holding that for 6 minutes? I've got to work on this."
Wow.
For me, definitely thrusters though.
The thrusters.
For the movement.
Thrusters. Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
No, like I forgot at one point with the kettlebell hold that we weren't on the clock up top. And I remember looking and I'm like, I can't believe I'm only like a minute 20 in. She's like, all right, you're a minute in. Remember, that's not your clock. I have it here. And I was like, I'm only a minute in. Oh my gosh. So it was definitely, that static just sitting there. And yeah. And then next to me is just, Luke is just huge and just looking very comfortable. And I'm like, I'm going to drop these suckers. Like, there's no way. So that definitely was I did not like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's times when you don't want to go head to head with it. You know, when you get matched up with somebody, you're like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Who is the loudest teammate?
Maybe Tim. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Abby can hit a frequency for sure. But, you know, I'm probably like, I think I was probably just constantly like coaching
Yes.
Yeah.
everyone through everything that was happening. And then Abby was like, hey, by the way, he does this to everybody. Don't think this is a you thing.
So one word to describe Ryan and Trent's programming for the Buff.
One word.
One word's kind of tough, but yeah.
I would say, I mean, I actually think that, it's a lot of words. It turned out, like, I would say that it was well-rounded, honestly.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think, and part of that was the way they did the hopper, like, truly, like, they pulled it and it all was very well-rounded. And then you add that into the other stuff that they did, and I think that's my answer.
All right. And then which teammate would you trust the most with their final lift? If you had to make one lift, which teammate would you trust the most to make that lift?
I will say this because I think like the highlight for me was the last 2 rope climbs that Jill did.
Oh, yeah. Seriously.
You know, so we knew going into that workout, we knew that the first place team was in like 21:35 and the second place team was at 22:04. And I said, all right, we just have to get in between that so that we can hit second. That's all we have to do. And we finished at 21:39. But, you know, I mean, like the last 2 rope climbs that you did was just like, she just pulled it out of a hat. Like, I could tell you were so fatigued. And
I think the second to last rope climb wasn't your best, but then that last one was like gold.
I just got up there. I was like, I know I'm going to be done after this, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
And it just was
Quicker you get done.
exciting. It was fun to watch. She really pulled through.
Yeah.
That was my highlight from, you know, I think the whole event. And I know now that when it comes down to it, like, she'll pull through.
Yeah. So I would say Jill too.
All right.
Nice, yeah.
Well, cool, guys. Hey, so thanks very much for sharing your experiences with Buff. Congratulations again for winning, being champions, getting to reign for the entire year. So, do you get like a special parking place or something like that? Or
That's a good idea.
I got a
We should-
sticker.
it is.
We're gonna get a sticker.
got a sticker?
Yeah.
Hey, that's good, you know. All right. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in to Crew Talk and sharing your story.
Thanks,
Of
Sarah.
course, thank you.
If you got something of value from this episode, share it with your crew. Do you want to train with us? Then head over to bomberscrossfit.com and see what we're building. Stronger every day, better every rep. We'll see you in the gym.